Hi guys, welcome back to another episode of Campton Racing TV. As you may have noticed, last week we spoke about Lord Vader and Marley Doom running at the Sunshine Coast on Sunday, but they ended up being scratched. And I guess that shows you what can happen in racing, and things do change on a day-to-day basis with horses. They both had little minor setbacks that gave Adam the choice to scratch them.
Yeah, one had a bit of a sore foot and the other one had a bit of a stuffy nose, so you don't want to send the race horses to the race when they're not 100%, especially two horses that have been showing us a bit at home and, heading to the race for the first time for new owners. Want to send them there at their best. They were meant to then go around on Thursday at Ipswich, but they got abandoned, so they now moved to today at Ipswich. And I think both of them can run a good race in the same race today, but that's how the cookie crumbles sometimes.
Yeah. And looking back at last week's runners, last Saturday we had Lighter Boom run an awesome race in town at Eagle Farm to run second.
Yep, little champion, tough as nails. As we said last week, he's such big odds. I couldn't work out why he was. Bit of rain around, had the gun running behind him. Very smart in Kipps Bay that won the race. Obviously, we had Beauty Legacy in the race. Just forgive that run. He had a little setback before the race. That's definitely not his best. We know how good he is. He'll be back bigger and better next start, or maybe even third up. But back to Lighter Boom. He, as we said last week, he's quickly becoming one of our favourite horses. Does his job. He looks so well. He's bouncing back after that run, even on the weekend. He's had a number of runs this preparation. I was thinking, do I give him another one or do I put him to the paddock? But we're going to give him another one next week, 75, 1200 back at Doomben. Hopefully this rain stays around because we know how much he loves it, but he's a little warrior.
Yeah, for sure. And then we also had Saddles at Eagle Farm on Wednesday, and he ran second. Obviously, we dashed out in front and we thought he was going to get there, but just had one run over him late.
Yeah, about 100 to go. I thought, yeah, and then we had 20 to go. I won't say what I said on camera, but Angela Jones followed him, stalked him the whole way. Jag got the split through, not to blame him at all. The horse just got to the front too soon and didn't know how to put it away due to immaturity. I really do believe in this horse. I'll start to second guess myself. Some people were too, but he was fourth up. He's had no luck whatsoever. He's had wide barriers up in trip.
It shows that drawing a barrier can help so much.
Yeah, definitely. He drew the inside draw and Jay gave him every chance, and then once he got out, he looked home, but he just didn't know how to put him away. Maybe he's probably going to just be a horse that has to sit off him and just chase down the outside, but he's going to learn so much from that run. Each run he's got bigger, better, stronger. He looks well. He's becoming a racehorse now. He's still mentally not there, but he's going to be there. He's going to mix it against some pretty handy 3-year-old stayers, and then once he turns 4, 5, 6, he's just going to continue to get better and better. One thing we know in Queensland, the staying ranks up here aren't the strongest. So he's going to be a lot of fun for his owners. And he's a lovely horse, something about him. Big, strong, dangly horse, and got a bit of a quirky head about him too.
Now looking forward to hopefully runners today at Ipswich if all goes ahead. We've got 3 runners, starting with the 2-year-old debutant Gregorius.
Yep, I think he's one of our best 2-year-olds. I know it's only an 800 Ipswich, but he's probably mentally, physically, he's nowhere near there yet. He's going to be a beautiful 3-year-old, but as in movement-wise, attitude, he's just got it all. He's the most beautiful, big chestnut horse. A bit of X-factor about him too, the way he walks around the stables. He thinks he's the man.
Hopefully he doesn't realise he's a colt.
Yeah, he's still a colt, and he's starting to probably realise that now, which is one thing. Probably just give him the one run and then tip him out. He's done a great job this preparation. Whatever, the old trainer cliche, whatever he does say, he is going to improve. He's a debutant at too, so he's definitely going to do that. James Orman goes on board. I reckon he'll run a huge race. He's a nice horse.
And then in the maiden over 1100, you got Marley Doom and Lord Vader. They're both drawn well.
Both drawn well, both going great. Marley Doon, she's going to get every chance sitting behind him. Lord Vader, he's a horse that can go forward or can sit back. I think he's going to be a better horse and will get to, the longer distances if we ride him that bit quieter. I think he has to do that. Carl Zechner's done a great job on both these horses. It's obviously hard to split both horses, but he was booked for Marley Doon. But in saying that, we're lucky enough to get James Orman on Lord Vader, so I think the owners will be happy with that. I can't split them. I think they're both good chances, and may the best horse win.
And then on Saturday at Doomben, we've got Lord Markle in the Open 16-15, where he got 52.5 kilos.
Lordy, how much we love him. He's on the backup, a horse that I've always wanted to give a backup to. I think he'll handle it. He's tough as nails. 1600 is what he's crying out for. Barrier 2, 52.5.
And then I heard you listening to something earlier that the track was a heavy 9, but they're obviously hoping that they don't get much rain and it's maybe in the soft range.
I hope it rains more.
Of course, you hope it rains, yeah.
Lordy will love it. We know how good he is on a heavy track. Carl, he deserves the ride. He's been working so hard for us, and you work hard, you deserve the opportunity. He's a great person. He's great to deal with. He's beautiful with the horses. He loves them, and he's ridden Lordy before. Rode him fine last day. He just wasn't good enough when he rode him. But I reckon barrier 2, just sitting in behind him. We'll see how the race plans out, but it's a wet track. Look out.
And then we've got Charge On over 13.50 in the benchmark 78.
Yeah. A few weeks ago I went to the races on a Saturday, really confident in Deepore, and I think I'm pretty much the same with this bloke. Needs a ton of luck from the barrier, but he does have the best jockey in Queensland, James Orman, on him. He's probably going to come in maybe 3 or 4 barriers. There's already 2 out. Hopefully we get a few more scratchings. If that's the case, I think he'll be too good for these horses. He's flying. He looks so well, that horse. He's bright. He's tough. And he'll continue to show up. He'll sit off the speed and he'll come flashing down the outside. Let's hope he can time his run to right. He can't get to the front too soon, as he's one of those horses, but once he gets to the outside, he'll let rip, and I'd love to get a Saturday win with this horse.
On Sunday at the Sunshine Coast, we've got Gregarious nominated again. Obviously, if he doesn't end up running at Ipswich on Friday, it's a backup plan for him.
Yeah, Gregarious. Gregarious, backup plan. Most probably will go to Ipswich. That's where we want to go. In saying that, 1,000 at the Sunny Coast is very enticing, but it's a pretty of a tricky race. And we'll probably go to the Friday. But and then also in the 1,200 maiden, we've got Nadija. One of the first horses we ever purchased for some clients, and I think he's a pretty good little horse. Yeah,
for sure. Obviously, he's got to somehow make light work of barrier 13.
Yep. That man James Orman again, he's a bit of the stable jockey at the moment. Taylor might be doing the bookings through Heidi or something, but if he gets luck, this horse, I reckon he'll run a huge race. I think he's pretty smart.
This is his first race start also.
Yeah, and he's just tough with a capital T. I haven't seen a young 3-year-old get around the stables like this bloke. He's full of beans. He's got that swagger about him. It wouldn't matter what work you did with him. He'd come back here bouncing and feeling well. I think he's a really nice horse going places. He might not be a superstar, but he's a horse that will definitely win his races, and the owners will have a lot of fun with him. If he gets luck, as I said on the weekend, I reckon run a huge race. If he doesn't run, there's another race next week on the Saturday at Bow Desert. We might just take him there if he doesn't have any luck, because he'll be very tough to beat wherever he goes.
And then your best bet for the weekend?
Charge On. Can't go past Chargy. I reckon he'll be too good for him on the weekend. Let's hope so.
And I'm sure if the rain hangs around, he'll enjoy that as well.
Yeah, I definitely reckon that. If Nadija does go around on Sunday and he's big odds, I'd definitely be having something each way, because he's a smart little horse. But I can't go past Chargy. He's what you see is what you get. He'll show up and he'll be running on strongly. And if the rain stays around, both him and Lordy will run massive races on Saturday. Last but not least, I just want to say thank you to everyone who has joining on the ownership on a few horses that we put up a couple of weeks ago. Got some lovely young horses coming through the ranks, and it's good always having new owners call up. I love talking to new people all the time, and we've been lucky enough to get good support through this show. And I didn't think many people would watch it, but obviously get sent around from a few different owners and stuff like that. So we're really, really appreciative of all the new owners, and there is still some percentage left in some of the horses. So my number's there. Our website's about to be finished and done, so if you want to check it out, please feel free. And if you want to give me a call about any of them, I'm happy to talk to you about them.
Thanks so much for watching the show, and hopefully you'll see a few of ours going past the winning post in the first position over the weekend.